Hello, and welcome everyone to Danganronpa. I'm Rezzo, and I'm going to be starting a new trial. Let's see what's behind the red door this time. Whoa, Byakuya and Makoto showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. You were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out by this point? Makoto's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together? Just the two of you?
Huh?
What? Are you jealous?
Hey!
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But we stood there for 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma shown up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again? What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or... or what? What? Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on!
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we? Oh. What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
I'm here, and no rule's been broken. You have awesome theme music. You should be so proud you get to walk in with that. Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive? No, that's a ghost! Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong? You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty, officially. But I bet you'll be sorry later.
Shing!
No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator. Master, wait for me. Good call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Kyoko, talk to me. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body has been discovered. Then, When did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down. Just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I? So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I used Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. What? Kyoko's account.
Just a second!
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get to the trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. The class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would you say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Makoto, I hope so, buddy. I really, really hope so. Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. Still missing Celeste on this picture here. This time, the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can't imagine ever getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In that dusky darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. The dazzling light penetrated every depth of my eyes, but it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. It was the blinding light of despair. Nice clap.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. It feels like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs has passed.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
Let's get on with the show. And so the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly fate, a deadly class trial. Do you want to save the data? Maybe. Maybe. Yes. I should probably save it. Yes. Alright, good. With that being saved, let's see. That's not what I wanted to do. Do we actually have a new skill? I doubt it. Oh wait, vocabulary. Increases bullet capacity. Effective during the bullet time battle. Costs 4 SP. Actually, it's pretty nice. Well, they are all actually pretty nice, so I just need more skill points. Which, unfortunately, I do not have. So this is gonna be it. Yeah. Well, I just did that part not too long ago, so I should be good. "7 AM, Makoto wakes. 7:30, Makoto and I arrive in the dining hall. Makoto meets others in the gym. And 9 AM, Toko is told to find the pickets in the garden where she discovers the body." Yeah, that tarp was weird though. $16. Oh, the duct tape. Okay, good. Let's do this! Everybody ready? Because here we go. Also, apparently I can get a bad end during this trial.
Let's begin with
I
a
was
basic
warned
explanation
by a
of the
certain
class
person.
trial. So, your votes will determine the results.
So let's try and avoid the bad ending here.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay, well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim. First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
Are you... What?
But Kyoko's standing right there.
Yeah.
No, that's a ghost!
My god. You're unbelievably stupid.
But she has legs and stuff.
Well, that's just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
Oh my god.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
Thank you for saying that for me.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right?
Is that really necessary?
Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Her traits?
One important trait Kyoko has that proves the body doesn't belong to her. Kyoko's gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
And would you happen to know the answer?
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Boom.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
Are you seriously doubting that... Okay.
It probably just
Not
got
gonna-
burnt up in the explosion.
Yeah.
I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
That's not... There's no way that corpse was Kyoko. Thanks, Makoto, you're still making sense. But if I can't prove why, we're gonna be stuck here and the case won't move forward. So I don't have any choice but to... Are you serious? I was preparing for a serious class trial, what the heck? Fake nails, tattoo on the right hand.
That Kyoko there is just a...
Okay, I'm just gonna... Quick... Just put a body analysis. It doesn't say anything, fake nails. Could be any of these things, really.
Impossible.
No! I didn't wanna...
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Not true.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves. Because that corpse is absolutely Kyoko.
This entire discussion is idiotic.
Indeed. Oh yeah, so wait.
That Kyoko there is
Fake
just
nails.
a ghost.
Tattoo,
Impossible.
raccoons.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Wait.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
Oh, wait.
They got
No,
burnt up in the explosion.
No, I need that.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
She wasn't. That's what I
Well,
need.
yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No.
That corpse is...
This entire
Alright.
discussion is idiotic.
I'm glad I heard it in that voice too.
That
Alright, so we need
Kyoko
that.
there is just a ghost.
Impossible.
We need what Asahina
Okay,
says.
then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Alright, good.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
That's what we need.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Because before it, she also wasn't wearing gloves,
Then
obviously.
she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
No. What? Must have been. No.
Shoot!
Then I guess it's just a fake nails.
That Kyoko there is just
Gotta be
a
that.
Impossible.
Okay, then prove
The dead body wasn't.
They got burnt up in the...
Then she was wearing.
Well, yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Okay, that's
No,
it.
that's wrong.
I was overthinking it.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves. Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember? I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain. Besides, Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
Yeah.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
He's so done with this.
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life. If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
Then that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Exactly.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
I think we know who it is.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Oh, he's seriously pissed about that. Before anything, we have to identify the victim. Everything starts from there. We know who it is, Makoto. Tattoo. That's what we need.
If Kyoko really is still alive, then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition. And there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file. Well, if we can't identify the body...
Then there's nothing else we can do, right?
Wait.
If Kyoko
Okay, so-
really is still...
Right there? We got this, right? The explosion has burned the upper half of the body beyond recognition. So only part of it was burned up, so technically what Toko said isn't true. But then you have the tattoo, which could also be used on what Asahina says, that we have no way of identifying the body. So those are kind of like my two options right now. Obviously, there's only one right one. Yeah. So it's either this or the tattoo.
Then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out. I don't
And
think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition.
I'm just gonna
And there wasn't any
shoot that
description
to
in the
him right
Monokuma file.
And
Well, if we
Asahina.
can't identify the body...
Okay, good. That was it.
There was one clue left behind that we can use to identify the body.
What? For real? If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
What?
Cruel and unusual death. This I gotta see.
Yeah.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
The key to figuring out who it was is the tattoo on the back of her hand.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
No, that's a wolfie.
Her master must have made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
Of course, that's the explanation.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
Toko would totally do that.
No, that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh, really?
If you compare the tattoo to other information we have, the victim's identity should become clear. Of course, it is, profile here.
I got it! The Fenrir Mercenary Corps. That's the name of the military group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Okay, so...
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir?
The image that represents Fenrir is a wolf! A bloody wolf! It's not really, it's It's wolf, guys. Come on. This is what. We need an L, please. I know there was an L there, but I need it now. Please. I mean, I still got. You little bastard. Now I need an F. That's right.
Now I understand.
Elementary.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast.
Awesome.
He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man, after all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
A wolf tattoo. Then that means...
Yeah.
Exactly. The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf. Which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir. So it must have been Mukuro.
What?
Hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a cool-ass trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place. After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a description. All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Then who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed. Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
Then who's the real mastermind?
It must have been the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
My information was not wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost.
Exactly.
Please limit all future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Fine. Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
A wise choice.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place. Hammer that point straight into your big ol' brains!
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no! There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along!
Nope! There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Huh?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Based on what we know, there can only be two suspects. Oh. Makoto and Kyoko.
I got it!
Unfortunately.
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there. So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Makoto. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it, I can't let this stand. Somehow I have to clear my name.
I have something I'd like to say regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place. Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at, well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock. So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
I agree.
Then I guess we can
No,
say
no,
the time
actually I
frame
don't.
for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
Around 9 o'clock.
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
So what time was the body discovered? At 9 o'clock.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Now then, Toko, what time is it? Oh yeah, we already did that. I'm not gonna repeat stuff we already saw.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock. But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
7:30?
Oh yeah! Right
Yeah.
around 7:30. I remember checking right before I went in, so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
The murder happened between 10 p.m. and 9 a.m. And I don't have an alibi from 10 p.m. till 7:30 a.m. Okay then, it looks like the game has begun. If I can't provide an alibi for that period, then I just have to prove that the murder didn't happen during the time I don't have an alibi. And we can prove that. The sprinklers. Sprinklers. I mean, I think so.
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to
Wait,
commit
what?
murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the
Wait,
time.
no. Wait.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
Oh yeah,
It
the
took
sprinklers
place
go off.
somewhere between 10 o'clock at night
Ah, okay,
And
good.
9 o'clock, yep. And Makoto.
Yeah, from to 7:30.
No? Huh.
Shoot!
Alright. Let me just think about this. I
We've
got the
established a
sprinklers.
time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi for most of that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock to 7:30.
Yeah?
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think. So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be...
Huh. So we got this. Bottom half remains dry. That's not it. Oh, okay. Let's have the sprinklers. So So wait, how do I use this? It didn't work in Asahina's though. So maybe Byakuya's then. Yeah, that could be it. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I know Makoto. But
We've established a time frame for the murder.
What I have to use though.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
Alright, so
No, that's wrong.
an obvious mistake, I guess.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And what makes you say that?
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right? So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly. The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
No.
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
What?
How dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What does that even mean?
Man, you're totally wacko.
Exactly.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better tell us why!
I need to prove that it wasn't the sprinklers that got the body wet. All I have to do is hit Toko with certain evidence, and that should do it. Oh. We're getting into a bullet time battle. Oh yeah. Oh god, these are always...
I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know anything! Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no, no! I don't know
Why am I
anything!
doing this with you again?
Hold on! Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing.
Missing the tempo.
I hate you. No, no, no!
Final strike. The
How can you
exploded
say
body
This
analysis.
should prove it.
Boom shakalaka. We got her.
Just remember what the body was like after the explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers. The top half of the body was wet, yes, but the bottom half was completely dry. If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been wet?
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick of her.
Let's just move on.
Yeah.
The reason only the top half was wet was because... while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire, the top half.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at 9.
But Makoto's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning, right?
So there's no way Makoto could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyoko's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing. If you vote for me, and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever. Which is why I can't let that happen.
Huh?
So are you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone. This is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
We're this far into the game and now you decide to blame me? Stop wasting time! Stop wasting energy! You really think your little trick is gonna work?
Shut up, you!
You got it, boss! Shutting up now!
What?
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she killed her to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko? But you made one catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all. And as a result, we were forced into another trial, something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
I'm not sure about that.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Are you really putting this on me now?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
True.
What are you...
She does speak the truth. I could have killed Mukuro and then just moved the body around.
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting. I'm listening.
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
You're talking about the tarp, aren't you? Certain something at the scene was used to cover the body could have been... the tarp. It must have been the tarp.
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't you?
You catch on quick. You're right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water. In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water. The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean. This proves that the killer used the tarp to keep the body from getting soaked.
But why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took place.
Ooh.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
Ouch. That hurts. Why would Kyoko say that? Why would she want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. If it was used the way Kyoko said, the tarp must have touched the body, right? And there was no blood on it. But the body...
Wait. Something's not right.
And what might that be?
Can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. What if I'm the killer? Make your argument. Body before the explosion, I suppose. I need the one with the blood in it.
By covering the...
I'm just gonna check real quick. No, that's the... No, that's the when. So, I guess that's it, right? Bloodstains around the wound.
The killer prevented it from getting wet.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
No.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong. Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it. Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some on you. If you put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Thus washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
I love how he's so done with Yasuhiro.
Oh, yeah, true.
You can hear it in his voice.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
Huh? Blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office. That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this time. The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
You got the blood from right there in the garden, right? Which must mean... oh, from the chickens.
I got it! Could it have been chicken blood?
What? Chicken blood?
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder, there were 5 chickens. But after the murder, there were only 4.
So, you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood? Man, that's messed up.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
I wonder if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around. Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make sense. You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right? But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body. But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it. The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange. Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
When you discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
I think so. Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet because the killer covered it with the tarp. Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred. They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Me again?
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe, but still.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
No, come on.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
To go all the way up to the 5th floor? No.
That's not...
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is inadequate.
Come on, man. And the suspicion falls back on me again. Why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
For serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
You're an idiot.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super serious.
Well, don't just stand there. Out with it.
You know that knife we found all black and burnt?
The one we found stuck in the body before it exploded, right? According to the Monokuma file, the knife went all the way through, from front to back. So, what about it?
I'm pretty sure I'd seen that knife somewhere before. That's what I thought when I first saw it. I just remembered.
She suggested it.
It's the knife we gave to Makoto?
You don't seem surprised. You must have noticed earlier.
Yeah,
Then why did you hide that fact?
it's not that I hid it. It's just...
I couldn't be sure of what actually happened last night. I thought maybe I really did kill her.
Suspicious! Very suspicious indeed. The knife we found stuck in the body came from Makoto. Now I'm totally convinced he did it. 12,000% convinced.
No, get out. Considering everything up till now, I should be able to make it clear. I have to prove that I didn't murder anyone. I'm not the killer.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
Alright, let me just look over here. That bomb thing also... It was What do we have here?
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
No, come on, guys.
Just because I had the knife once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
No.
So there's no question.
I have the Monokuma file.
You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
What's near that body? Is the knife still Mukuro? No, there's no way.
The
So,
knife...
I need to prove. When the body was found, disguise that body. Let's do it. I'm not actually sure. I'm thinking here. When the body was found has nothing to do with it, right? That also shouldn't have anything to do with it.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
The
It
body.
really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
I don't think any of these
If
are.
he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had that automatic...
Well, getting stabbed is what killed. So there's no question.
Getting stabbed.
You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
Come on, guys, it's not true. I used that knife to kill Mukuro? No, there's no way.
The knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
You gave to
It
Makoto.
really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife
No.
once, that automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You took that knife of yours and killed her with it.
What a horrible man you are, Makoto.
We're not sure that getting stabbed would kill her. There's no way. No, there is
The
no way.
knife we found lodged in the dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
Well, that's right.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife
I'm
before,
gonna try and shoot
then
this with that.
that
I don't
seals
think
it.
that's gonna work.
Makoto did it.
It's
Just
really
because I
cute
had
what
the
he
knife
says.
once? That automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Okay, no, that's not right.
Shoot!
You're saying that's a contradiction, but...
The knife we...
Wait. I mean, far-fetched, I could take Atsuhina's statement and use it on Yasuhiro's. Like to say, I didn't stab her just because I have the knife. That's like not happening. That's just saying, I didn't do it. Like, if I could use that, of course, it would be better. Start to breathe in the body. I mean, I could use that, but for another thing. Because, well, you know. Gonna meet others in the town, in the gym. It's the same knife as used to stab before the explosion. The corpse had mask covering its head, the knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were blood stains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. Technically, it could be this as well. Because if I did stab her anywhere, there would have been blood on some place, but that's also far-fetched. So I'm going to try to use her statement against
It's
this.
the same one we gave to
Or her.
Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that, that seals it.
Just because I have
it's
the
a
knife
long
automatically?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right?
Maybe the other way around. God.
Shoot!
The knife we found
what am I
lodged in the
missing here?
dead body.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he
also
did
be
have that
dead, I
knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once? That automatically makes me the killer?
Well, getting stabbed is what killed her, right? So there's no question. You
That's
took
not gonna
that
make
knife of
sense,
yours
though.
and killed her with it.
What a
makes
horrible
sense.
man you are, Makoto.
Shut up. No, there is no way.
The
I'm trying to
knife
prove
we
it.
found lodged in the dead body.
Oh, I took away my bullet.
It's the same one we gave to Makoto.
It really is, isn't it? I was afraid of that.
If he did have that knife before, then that seals it. Makoto did it.
Just because I had the knife once?
It was
That
disguised, so
automatically
maybe
makes
they...
me the killer?
Oh, wait, that
getting
could make
stabbed
sense.
is what killed her.
Yeah,
No, that's wrong.
because the body was disguised, so we don't really know what killed her. Yeah, that makes sense. Why was
Wait,
that?
hold
That shouldn't
on.
have been so hard.
The stab wound isn't what killed Mukuro.
But we could have proven that through the Monokuma file too, Makoto.
That should be clear from the description of the cover-up we just heard.
Lies! We never talked about what killed her.
No, don't you remember? The killer covered the dead body with the tarp and then put the bloody coat on it, right? In other words, the victim never wore that blood-stained coat until after they were dead.
Okay, fine. So what?
So, when we discovered the body, the knife had been thrust through the coat along with the body. Meaning, if she wasn't stabbed until the coat was put on, and she was already dead at that point, obviously the stab wound isn't what killed her.
Maybe you stabbed her twice. Once to kill her and once to cover it up.
The victim was stabbed twice in the same spot? No, there's no way that's possible. Oh, wait. Is this it? Very happy that the victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife. There we go.
I got it! The Monokuma file clearly states that there was only one stab wound.
Oh yeah, it sure did. Totally forgot about that.
Then the knife...
Was just another piece of camouflage set up by the true killer. They probably stabbed her to draw attention away from what actually killed her. Exploding the body afterward was probably meant to do the same thing. The explosion severely damaged the body, making it impossible to know what really killed her. It was all the killer's attempt to destroy all evidence of their crime.
So they wanted us to notice the stab wound and then detonated the body afterward. They meant for us to latch onto the knife as the cause of death, then destroy any evidence proving otherwise.
Oh, hey, I have a question. It kinda goes back to the beginning, but what's the deal with that explosion anyway? Why'd the body just blow up all of a sudden like that?
Oh, we know that part.
If you bothered to put that lump of gray matter between your ears to use, you'd know the answer.
Well, if you're so smart, just tell me.
I'll tell you. I bet some unknown quantum particle caused an atomic level spontaneous combustion!
Get out of this room.
I might be dumb, but even I'm not dumb enough to believe that.
Go ahead, Makoto. Tell her or we won't make any headway on this.
Why am I supposed to tell her? There's only one explanation I can think of for the explosion. The fact that it's near to that body.
I got it! After the explosion, we found a tiny fragment of something on the ground near the body, right? That fragment reveals the cause of the explosion.
Huh? You know, I feel like I've seen something like it somewhere before.
That's only natural, because of course, we saw the same thing when we dismantled Monokuma. It's part of a bomb.
Oh! Then the explosion was because of the Monokuma bomb.
Anyway, the culprit's motive is becoming more and more obvious by the minute. They wanted the knife wound to look like the fatal injury so that we'd suspect Makoto. And the only one who would benefit from that is the only other possible suspect. You, Kyoko.
Hold on a second, Byakuya.
What's the problem?
Well, I just feel like we need to think this through. We still don't know what actually killed the victim.
That's true. It's definitely bugging me. What really killed her?
Fine. I have no problem with that. Let us continue the debate. It won't change the facts of the case regardless.
We need to determine what ultimately killed the victim. I need to concentrate. Alright.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Let's see what I have to say first.
The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
You don't know that.
Well, yeah. She was already totally dead when that happened.
And it wasn't me because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I can only think of one thing that could have killed her.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
Wait, so...
The victims...
So we got the Monokuma file. Dead before the blast. The victim had to stab a single time in a match, cut completely through the body. Also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with wounds. But these were at least several days old. Huh. And I don't think it's gonna be... What else do we have? The body before the explosion. Oh, my jacket. I'm not sure I'm supposed to here again. Dang it! Oh, the Monokuma file has enough information on it.
The explosion didn't kill her for sure.
Well,
Yeah?
And it wasn't because of the knife, right? And then there's only one other thing.
Oh, yeah. According to the Monokuma file, that's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more than that, the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
I can only think of one thing that could have killed her. Probably...
Then, shall we continue the debate? The victim's fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
The explosion didn't kill her for sure. I guess.
Can I refute?
Well,
Thank
yeah.
she was already...
And it wasn't there's...
Oh, yeah. That's gotta be it. There was evidence that showed she was hit on the back of her head.
And more
Maybe
than
that's what
that,
killed her.
the victim had suffered countless wounds across her entire body.
Countless wounds.
Then, shall we continue the debate?
It's either countless wounds
The
or
victim's
death.
fatal injury has yet to be determined, correct?
No, it's wrong.
I got it. I used future you against you.
Mukuro died because of the blow to the back of the head she suffered.
What about the wounds all over the rest of her body? They didn't have anything to do with it?
The Monokuma file makes it clear that those weren't fresh wounds.
Oh yeah, good point. If they were old, I guess they don't really matter.
Okay, then we're safe in assuming the blow to the back of her head is what killed her.
But then, what was the murder weapon?
Metal pipe.
The Monokuma file says she was hit with a blunt object, about as thick as a metal pipe.
Oh, I bet it was the pickaxe!
How is that even possible? If you hit someone with that, it'd cave their skull in completely.
Well, maybe they held it the other way and hit her with the handle.
No way! The balance would be all off. You wouldn't be able to swing it with any kind of power. I wouldn't mind testing it on you if you want.
No thanks. I bet you just hit me with the metal end and call it an accident.
I'd love to scoop out that nasty brain of yours, throw it on the ground and spit on it.
I feel the same way. Looks like we're on the same page this time.
What?
Seriously?
We want to figure out what killed her, right? It just so happens we already know.
We already know? I knew we could count on you, Master.
So what was it?
Go ahead and tell them, Makoto. Surely you've deduced the real murder weapon?
Oh, did I? The real murder weapon. I do? Oh. No. Couldn't be it. You couldn't hit someone with that, right? There'd be no way. But I think it's a metal pipe, so it's not gonna be the bomb. gonna use a chicken for that. Must count. I guess it could be. I mean, titanium. It's the only thing I can really think of that has any kind of metal pipe resemblance. Without a stick of metal pipe. But it's not that thick though. It's not gonna be that. Based on elimination, I gotta take these.
I got it! Mukuro was hit in the back of the head with something. And that's what killed her. And that something was the titanium arrow we found in the locker in the dojo.
An arrow? That's what the culprit attacked Mukuro with?
Indeed. There's no doubt about it.
Are you sure? That sounds kind of weird.
Hey! How dare you backtalk, Master? You have no right!
I'm not back-talking anything. I'm just saying what I think.
I don't blame Hina for doubting it, because there's one more thing about that weapon. One more secret. Really? The duct tape then.
The titanium arrow. It was in the dojo locker, right? I have no doubt that was the murder weapon.
Are you sure?
You don't sound convinced. What's the problem?
Well, 'cause in the Monokuma file, it said the weapon must have been about as thick as a metal pipe, right? It seems like an arrow would just be too thick.
The duct
No,
tape.
it's wrong! You're right. Just the one arrow would have been too weak. That's why the killer used another weapon.
Another weapon?
Inside the dojo locker, we also found a balled-up wad of duct tape. The killer probably uses duct tape to bind multiple arrows together. Bundling them together using the duct tape would easily create a single weapon as thick as a pipe. And that's exactly what the killer did.
It's similar to Aesop's fable about the bundle of sticks. One stick is weak, but put them together, and they become strong. It's meant to teach cooperation.
Damn, that's harsh.
How is it harsh? Are you even listening?
Anyway, that explains the murder weapon. As for who the culprit is that stashed the weapon in the dojo locker, it was you, Kyoko.
I've never been to the dojo.
Oh no, you absolutely have.
How can you say that with such confidence?
Because we have proof, of course. Don't we, Makoto?
You're talking about the wood block.
What's the matter? Surely you don't intend to protect a murderer. You know what will happen if you do, don't you? If you cover for the culprit, there's only one thing that can lead to. The death of us all, remember?
Of course I remember.
Then show us. Show everyone the evidence that proves Kyoko went to the dojo.
I have evidence? Evidence that Kyoko went to the dojo? We did find the wood block key there.
I got it!
Somebody could easily
The
swap
one
that.
thing that proves Kyoko was in the dojo is right here. The key to the dojo locker.
And how does that prove anything?
Because I found it in your room.
It was in my room?
Don't bother trying to play dumb. That key is just the final piece of the puzzle. Your non-existent alibi, your clear motive, your attempts to frame Makoto for the crime. This all proves that you are the true culprit. You can't explain this away, so just give up.
Hold on a second.
Not this again. You really are dead set on defending her, aren't you?
No, it's not that I want to defend her. It's just, there's one more thing I need to ask her.
She's serious.
Kyoko, I want you to tell me something. Last night, you were in my room, weren't you? Why? What were you doing there? That's what I need to know.
I was just protecting you.
Oh no.
What?
She was protecting me. And does that mean she knew I was being attacked? And she came to my rescue. Could that be when... Which would mean that Kyoko... She killed someone... for me?
That's enough. The time for idle chatter is over. A verdict is close at hand.
No, it's not.
Wait. I'm warning you. Don't make this mistake. I'm not the killer.
I knew you were stubborn, but this is just getting ridiculous.
Really? But you should know better than anyone I didn't do it. Can you tell me I'm wrong?
I should know.
What? Byakuya should know better than anyone? What does that mean? Make your argument. What did Byakuya say? The block key when the body was found. Say that there was no corpse in the garden. This happened nighttime last night. So it can be certain the women must have been sometime after that. Byakuya also said that he, Yasuhiro, Toko, and I were in the gym the entire night. And none of them were alone at any point.
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But could I really have done that?
Byakuya should know that Kyoko didn't do it. Why him?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Alright, let's just... Wait a minute. Wait, so we have... the evil block key. Yeah, alright, so that isn't it. I think we can rule that one out. Then we have Byakuya's account, which says... Yeah, there was no corpse in the garden just after nighttime. Must have taken place after death. And then we have... What was the other one? When the body was found and...
I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Oh, not the killer. So... And when the body was found.
Byakuya, what are you hiding?
Master would never hide something from me!
There's proof that you aren't the culprit. Is that what you're saying?
You stated a theory earlier. You said I hid the evidence of my crime in the dojo locker, and then left the locker key in my own room, correct? But Could I really have done that?
Could I really have done that?
Those words you just spoke. What do you mean?
Exactly what I said. I'm not the killer. You should understand that more than anyone here.
Byakuya,
Master would never have...
there's proof
gonna
that
try.
you aren't the culprit.
There we go.
No, that's wrong.
Because Ryrick seen it in the room first
If
off.
I'm right, Kyoko wouldn't have been able to get into her room
The key to-
Why not?
because she had given her room key to Byakuya.
I see. So that's what you meant. And if I had the key to your room,
Then obviously I had no way of getting in. Without my room key, I couldn't have possibly put the locker key in there myself. Am I wrong?
it would appear not.
Then you're finally starting to understand.
No, that's not actually true. There was a clear contradiction in what Kyoko just told us. An obvious lie. But this just isn't like her. To try and save herself, it's such a desperate lie. Does she really feel that threatened? Because she's the killer? Or is it something else? Was there some deeper meaning hidden in what Kyoko said earlier? It's a trap, okay. Mastermind's trap. Mastermind is trying to trap Kyoko? But, what if that's not really true? What can I do? What should I do? What should I do? No. The Mastermind's trap. The victim was Mukuro, and Kyoko killed her? What does Kyoko really know? What am I supposed to do? Kyoko's lie. I'm the only one who knows it's a lie. I'm the only one who can expose it. But who can I trust? What am I supposed to do? The Mastermind's trap. If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward. We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice. Am I wrong? What do I do? I have to decide right here and now whether or not to expose Kyoko's lie. Oh god, no! No! Run away, no! Dang it, I have to do it. I mean, I could let it go. I could let it go right here and now. But I mean, if we pursue the lie, everybody might die because we vote for Kyoko right here. If we let it go, what happens then? I mean, then she obviously has an alibi. Mastermind's trap. Dang it. Dang it. I don't think Kyoko did it. I don't think Kyoko did it. I have to let it go. Dang it. I've made my decision. I have to believe in Kyoko. There's no way she would kill someone. There has to be some secret somewhere here. Something that has to do with the Mastermind's trap that Kyoko mentioned.
Well, does no one have a rebuttal? Have you decided to accept her assertion as fact? I see. So you still refuse to accept it. I suppose we have to admit that Kyoko didn't put the locker key in her room, that it was someone else.
But who else could it have been?
I mean, Byakuya had a room key, right?
You! What are you trying to imply?
But of course, I have an alibi. From nighttime on, I was with you guys the entire time. I couldn't possibly have killed anyone, or put the key in Kyoko's room.
Well, someone had to put the key in there.
There's only one other possibility I can think of.
Don't blame me.
Someone could have had the key on them, then once they arrived at the scene, pretended to
bastard.
find it there.
It had to be Makoto.
Oh no, come
right?
on now.
I don't see any other option.
Wait a second. You've got it all wrong. Let's think about it one more time. There's gotta be a hidden side to this case.
Huh? A hidden side?
First of all, there's something off about this entire trial. You all see it, don't you?
Oh god.
Mukuro, who we didn't even know existed, suddenly shows up dead. And then we're thrown into a trial. And Kyoko even said, it's a trap the mastermind set for us. So that's why this has to be...
Okay, time's up!
Excuse you?
Huh?
Time's up! Class trial's all over! Everyone can stop talking now!
Huh?
What? Time's up?
What do you mean time's up? There's no time's up. Since when have we...
It's because you were late, so we had to push back the start time.
Huh?
So then, it's time for voting time, okay? Everyone, please vote using the lever in front of you!
Are you serious?
Voting time?
No way. Everybody's gonna vote for me. No. I'm so dead. I'm so dead.
Now, who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
I'm so dead.
Hey, hold on!
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Monokuma, come on. Be a pal. Be a buddy. Oh no! Come on. I'm dead. I'm so dead. I died. What? You think I'm the killer? Sorry, man.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It's all your fault. Everyone, you're wrong. You got it all wrong. I didn't do it.
Yes, indeed.
Good job, everyone. Good job.
Yep.
Yeah, they got it right. No, I know that's not true. None of this makes any sense. This whole trial doesn't make any sense.
Hey!
It makes perfect sense.
Shing!
It's the same as always. It's just like all the other class trials. And I'm gonna end it the same way. Don't.
Thrills! Chills! Kills!
It's time for your heart-pounding, positively thrilling punishment. Wait, why do I... Kyoko!
I don't expect you to forgive me. I know this is all my fault.
Are you kidding me? Kyoko?
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Dang it, Kyoko! Alter Ego? Alter Ego? For the love of God, save me. Oh no. Alter Ego, save me? Am I saved? Am I dead? Am I saved? Am I still alive? Please tell me I'm still alive. Oh my god, yes! Huh? Huh? What's this? What's going on? Hey, what's that? Yeah, it had to be.
This is...
Alter Ego. Alter Ego? Is this some stupid virus from that stupid guy? He must have planted it when he invaded my network. Damn it all to hell. I don't believe this.
It would seem...
It seems you finally made a miscalculation. No, you miscalculated from the very beginning.
What the heck?
What was that?
In other words...
What I'm saying is, you shouldn't have underestimated us. Why are you talking like you've already won? I barely felt a thing. It was a pinch. An itch. That stupid virus is gone now, got it? And so is Makoto. Maybe I didn't get to smash him flat, but you're never gonna see him again. To waste away in a garbage-strewn pit. In a way, that's an even better special punishment. But it's still not enough. I'm still not satisfied. I'm still gonna bring despair to the rest of you. Bring despair to the entire world. Is he gone? Hey, Kyoko, what's the meaning of all this? Just what the hell is going on?
Calm down.
It's okay. We're not the ones being trapped this time.
In other words...
Now it's the mastermind that's ensnared.
What did you say?
What are you talking about?
So...
You'll all understand soon enough. Very soon indeed. Oh my god, did I make the right choice? The massive high school towers over all the other buildings in this bustling urban area. It's like the school stands at the center of the entire world. Hope's Peak Academy. It brings in the top students from every field imaginable, a government-funded school of privilege. They say that if you come here and manage to graduate, you'll be set for life. With hundreds of years of tradition, it sends the cream of the crop into the workforce every year. It was built to raise hope in the nation's future, which makes Hope's Peak a pretty fitting name. There are two things you need to attend to school. 1. You have to already be attending high school. 2. You have to be the very best at what you do. No ordinary student could enroll here. The only way in is if you're scouted by the school itself. And standing there at the gate of the ultimate school, filled with the ultimate students, was me. I thought I was dead. Like, seriously, I thought I made a wrong choice right there. I was tension up until the very last fucking moment. What? Where am I? I woke up with my head resting on top of a hard wooden desk. My body felt heavy. It wouldn't be weird for me to zonk off in the middle of some boring class or whatever, but what was I doing asleep here just now? There wasn't any classroom I'd ever been in before. What the heck is going on? Gah. Finally. I could finally feel my mind and body starting to come back together again. And then, I was awake. Or was this just another dream? A dream inside a hopeless nightmare. No, this isn't a dream. I could tell because the stench invading my nostrils was too powerful to dream. What an awful smell. I was in a vast, dark cavern, with the barest hint of light seeping in. Trash was piled high all across the area. This must be some kind of underground garbage pit. A heck of a situation to find myself in. But that was just the beginning of my problems. Is I going to be stuck in there till I wasted away and died? No, I can't let that happen. Not after what my good friend went through to save me. I remembered all too well what had happened. Yeah, we saw her. Him. Alter ego saved me. You. Brave little bastard. And he used up the last little bit of his strength to do it. And look at him, full of determination. So I can't give up now. For myself and for my friend. And with that, my pursuit of survival began. First stop is to start looking for a way out of here. I'm not gonna lie, that was so totally fucking awesome. That is the part from the beginning of the game, isn't it? I think I know who's in there. Actually, I'm pretty sure, because somebody went, that's the headmaster. So yeah. Anyway, the trial is done, so I'm gonna leave it here. So, definitely a tense moment right there. That was awesome. Just, yeah. So yeah, leave a like if you like this, subscribe if you want to, and remember that the choice is yours. Bye bye everyone.